Alright, so some pretty huge and interesting news in the anime world. Funimation and Crunchyroll have done a partnership for their streaming services where both of them are going to have different series that one has on the other and vice versa, whatever. And the reason why this is pretty huge is because they are pretty much two of the titans of anime streaming services. Like, there's Funimation, there's Crunchyroll, there's Daisuke, and I'm talking about the legal department as far as like the people that are legit, official, all that good stuff. They get in contact with the Japanese so they could get the correct subs, all of that good stuff or whatever. They're the legit ones. So again, Funimation, Crunchyroll, Daisuke, and now Netflix. And with those two merging together, for starters, let's talk about the other companies that we have. We got Viz, we got Sentai, which I don't think really Sentai does any streaming except for like having their stuff on Cartoon Network or Adult Swim, shall I say, with Toonami or whatever. They don't really do streaming services online that I'm aware of. I think majority of their shows either go to Funimation or Crunchyroll and then they just do the physical releases or whatnot. And again, the Toonami stuff, but I don't think really Sentai is in the ring for that. But pretty much all the other ones, Discotech Media, I think they don't really have a chance at this point if they ever did get big enough and wanted to do some sort of streaming service with Funimation and Crunchyroll merging together with this partnership, because this pretty much takes all of that off the table. And I think one of the major reasons, again, this is speculation, that they did this is because you got to think for a second. Netflix in the past couple of years has decided to jump into the ring of anime streaming services, and they got the Seven Deadly Sins exclusive. That's why it was never on Crunchyroll or anything like that. And they're getting a couple other shows, and they said that they got big plans as far as having anime stuff, and of course they're doing original movies and stuff like that. So I think one of the possible reasons why Funimation and Crunchyroll are doing this is because you got to think, alone Crunchyroll and alone Funimation, they don't got the capital to fight somebody like Netflix for all these shows and stuff like that. Just think if Seven Deadly Sins would have got to Crunchyroll or Funimation or both of them or whatever, it would have been a lot huger. They would have got a lot of profit because Seven Deadly Sins was humongous among fans and stuff like that, but neither one of them got it and Netflix got it. Just imagine when the next big series comes around. Not to mention, over the past few years, I've noticed the division regarding the big series where they go, because you say 3 or 4 years ago, who would have all the shows? It was Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll had Attack on Titan. Granted, Funimation at the time had a little bit of competition with them, and they were trying to both fight for the rights of it. Ultimately, everyone was really going for Crunchyroll to get, to watch Titan or whatever. And then a lot of shows slowly started to notice, like One Punch Man went to Daisuke alone. Like, everybody, if you wanted to see it legally, you had to go to Daisuke to get a look at it. Likewise with Kuroko no Basket, I think with the 3rd season, it was no longer on Crunchyroll, and then Daisuke had it as well. So there was a lot of shows that used to be like, you go to Crunchyroll for the powerhouse of everything, and they weren't getting it. And then Funimation, once they jumped into the ring heavily a few years ago as well, then Tokyo Ghoul, you wanted to see it, you wanted to see Route A and stuff like that, you had to go to Funimation. Now, with these two powerhouses merging together, I think this puts a lot more of a competition and a little bit more of a fight against people like Netflix, the big dogs, or when the Japanese like Daisuke want to come in and say, hey, no, we're taking our shows and we're doing our own streaming service or whatever. So it gives a little bit more of a competition. Unfortunately, what that means for people like Viz with their, throwing shit up on Hulu and stuff like that, they're probably never going to have any room unless they merge with these two to do something big of this nature, because of this caliber, again, the capital and everything combined. That's huge. And not to mention, for me personally, because I am a pretty big Crunchyroll user, I was streaming on my PS4. I've been a member for I want to say 3 or 4 years now. I've been a long time, probably even 5 years, I think. I've been watching it for a long time on Crunchyroll, like Naruto and stuff like that. I've been watching anime on Crunchyroll, whatever. So the fact that now dubs are going to be on there, because they're doing cross streaming, I think some of Funimation's dubs are going to be on there, and some of the exclusive Funimation titles are going to be on there, and vice versa. That's exciting for me, and I know a lot of people too, that they watch their anime on Crunchyroll, whatever. We're going to have even more. And sometimes I don't want to, pay attention to subtitles. Sometimes I want to multitask. So having a dub on there, that's going to be freaking awesome. And what I feel this means for the anime industry as a whole is that they're trying to combat, in a sense, people like Netflix coming in. Again, this is all speculation. This isn't any fact or whatever. But if Netflix comes along with, again, the money that they have, they're super way bigger than Funimation and Crunchyroll, even combined. But if they combine, at least they stand a better chance of getting some of these shows. Like, hey, they're both big. They're both kind of working together. They'll probably get more anime that way, because if not, Netflix could come in and say the next season of Attack on Titan, yeah, we're gonna throw a few mil. That's exclusive to us now, and now Funimation and Crunchyroll could put up a better fight, I feel, with them being together. And overall, it's a win-win for fans, because now if you wanted to see some exclusive stuff that was only on Funimation, it'll be on Crunchyroll. So again, really exciting stuff, and all around is like a good power move for the anime industry. I feel as though it's giving maybe a bit of an unfair monopoly to a certain extent, because now everything is pretty much gonna probably go their way. But for, you know, users of Crunchyroll, Funimation, it's a huge win. Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you for this? Are you against this? Again, we're talking about legal streaming services. If you're a legal streamer, then this is something that you might be interested in hearing about. And if you're one of the members of either Funimation or Crunchyroll, I know a lot of the broadcast dubs as well, based on the article as well, that shows that Funimation didn't have, are probably now going to be put over there for some broadcast dubs like Mob Psycho 100 and stuff like that, which last night I was actually watching more of that. It's getting so good. And yeah, crazy news. Your overall thoughts on this? Are you excited? Are you disappointed? Like, do you think that this means bad things for companies like Discotech Media, Sentai Filmworks, and Viz, that they're no longer going to have a chance to jump in this ring? And do you think that this is a good move in a sense of like putting these two huge companies together for a partnership to fight off people like Netflix that are going to come in and try to sweep everything to themselves? And your overall thoughts on this? But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.